Matt Campbell, the 5th bucket pull of the night, attempted to recapture the energy that Polk sucked from the room, and he did an okay job. While his set didn't completely recapture the vibe in the room, his interview did. The highlight of his time on stage was rage-baiting Tony about where his dad was from. It's fun to watch the open micers get on Tony's nerves, especially when it seems to be in good spirit from both sides.
We know, he's English.
South African if he was paying attention.
But how did you end up in England?
My mother's vagina.
How did your dad end up in your mother's vagina?
He worked very, very hard.
You little fucking smirmy British bastard. Coming in to have your moment. British comedian kills Tony. You son of a bitch. All right.
Dusty, as he had all night, also demonstrated his quick chops with some killer lines about Campbell's girlfriend who cheated on him, catching her in the act, texting a dude under the name Grandma.
What kind of text was she sending to Grandma?
Filthy.
Yeah.
Filthy.
Were you at first like, is this how you talk to your grandmother?
No.
Is this what Americans do with their grandparents? You're like, your grandma's up late.
And coming was not spelled properly.
I'm not sure you made the right move here.
Yeah.
This sounds, when are you coming over? I mean, well, I'm from Alabama. I got relatives that can't spell.
Also, with Campbell being a Brit, Tony shortly mentioned his time in the UK, a show that he appears to be hiding from us.
You enjoy it?
No.
Oh, it's
Okay.
Literally hated everything about it.
worst week of our life.
Matt Rivera was the 3rd bucket pull of the night, and he's been on several times before, and this was the best minute from him by far. He discussed the absurdity of having a 2-year-old uncle and discussed some similarities his toddler uncle has with the rest of his uncles. A pretty simple yet hilarious premise that got the most laughs in the room up to this point. Rivera himself didn't have a great interview, but him talking about having diabetes really opened the door for the first real character moments from Triple H and Carrot Top. Red Band and Tony also had a fun riff during this moment. This was probably the hardest I laughed during the show.
You went to the happiest place on earth to get your diabetes test? That's a goofy decision.
I didn't go there.
Yeah, you're gonna lose a foot. Your parents have a great sense of humor. Let's take them to Disney. It'll soften the blow.
I just wonder, how the fuck does that even happen when you go to Disney? How do you find out that you have diabetes? Where people ask you the next day, how was Disney? Fuck, I got diabetes. Yeah, but it doesn't come with like an alarm when you eat it that says, fuck, you just got diabetes. Like, how did that come about?
You guys have a new diet plan? What changed?
They don't go to fucking Disney anymore.
That's for sure. We don't want to get double diabetes.
Are you wearing a skirt?
No, it's shorts. They're shorts.
Of all the shit right here, that's what you picked up?
Yeah. That's fuck. Yeah. No, it's your shorts.
This fun interview, paired with an excellent minute, gave Rivera a secret show invite. You love to see it for a guy who said he produces shows every day, and you can tell from his reaction to that it meant a lot to him. Isaac Kane Brown also had a killer set from the bucket. He fired off multiple jokes, all with really unique premises and perspectives. His minute was also one of the made-for-kill Tony sets that I've talked about a million times before, but this one is one of the cleanest examples of it.
I think we should start thanking the spouses of veterans for their service. I mean, could you imagine hearing a firework and just getting the shit kicked out of you? Fun fact, I don't know if you guys know this, Hennessy is made from grapes. That's like light beer being made from ranch. You know exactly who's drinking it. Autocorrect can be confusing. For 3 months, I thought my dad was scared of ninjas. Why would ninjas have pit bulls?
Wow.
Staying in the same vein as O'Neal, Brown did a great job staying in the pocket, rolling with the punches, and staying interesting throughout his interview. I feel like he was robbed of a secret show invite.
Well, you attacked the armed forces, but you were of the...
What?
No?
What did he say?
You said something nasty about the army.
Is that true?
You said, fuck the troops.
Yeah.
But you were the troops.
Yeah.
Did you not get along with the troops?
The only reason you joined is because you got C's in high school.
Is that why you joined?
Yeah.
What do you think about CEOs of healthcare companies?
Michael Hines also produced a solid minute of stand-up comedy with a lot of shock and humor, and the jokes still landed despite him messing up a line. After his set, he also gave Rawlings credit for being his favorite Kill Tony guest of all time and was in his favorite episode of all time, creating another funny moment for Rawlings.
Donnell, you did my favorite episode.
I just need a suicide.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
You don't know? I love you, Donnell. You're my favorite.
Ronaldo Mercado followed Laser, and it was nice to see him back. He had one of my favorite sets from a couple of months ago, and he delivered another solid 60 seconds chock full of jokes. He had the crowd laughing throughout, and I don't think this was as good as his appearance in June, but was still one of the better sets that we saw on Monday. He's a 7-year pro and is a door guy at Red Band's Club. His set centered around him being fat by Austin standards, but skinny by the rest of Texas's standards. He divulged more of his fat fuck behavior during his interview.
Sent me a notification and it said, "Hey Ronaldo, you spent 17% more this week than you normally do." And then they sent me an emoji of a cheeseburger to let me know that I ate so much fast food it impacted my financial portfolio.
Wow.
And then I'll get a double cheeseburger. I'll get 2 double cheeseburgers.
Uh-oh.
And then I eat them before I get home, and then I don't tell my girlfriend about it. That's fat fuck behavior, okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
After a couple from Tennessee left the stage, we got the return of a familiar face in Carlos Lopez. It's been a long time since we've seen Lopez. I love his matter-of-fact delivery. He seems like he's your dad just telling you something that he's read in the newspaper. I really enjoyed this set, and it was good to see him back on the show.
My phone went off, and it was an Amber Alert for a 15-year-old Hispanic girl. And I thought that was fucked up. Because what about her 2 kids?
The actual best minute from the bucket probably came from Sherri Vasseghi, who has been on the show a couple of times, and I probably pronounced her last name right. This might have been her best performance ever on the show.
I am originally from Iran, where women traditionally don't have dicks. You know what the safe word is for Middle Eastern women? Do women who care about size, do they have like a measuring tape in their, nightstand every time a new guy comes along?
The first bucket pull of the night was Shawn Stewart, and he had a unique style that I was a big fan of. I liked his command of the stage and his ability to stay in the pocket. He powered through a part where he got no laughs to finish things off with his biggest reaction of the night. During his minute, I kept thinking to myself that I had seen this man before, and it turns out that this was his 5th time on the show. And as just a bucket pull, that is crazy numbers. This had to have been his best appearance yet. He had a rock-solid minute and had an interview that seemed pretty prepared and locked in, airing out his grievances with AT&T.
I just want to say, fuck AT&T.
Wow. That's one way to do it.
I absolutely hate the company. I've been there for 2 years after they outsourced my job to Mexico. And I was like, I've been with the company for 7 years and they got rid of my job. We're numbers on a graph, lady. So all she needed to do was accept the terms and conditions, and I go to mute my mic. I was like, I fucking hate you. And she's like, it's okay, I fucking hate the internet too and these computers. It's all right, Sonny. And I'm like, oh, thank God.
It was a very AT&T heavy episode, as the next bucket pull, Mike Holder, just so happened to also work for the company, and the panel also made several more callbacks to AT&T throughout the episode.
Surprisingly, not the bucket pool that works customer service for AT&T.
I've worked sales for AT&T.
Are you fucking serious?
I swear to God, that's my last job.
Wow.
Swear to God.
Wow.
Basically, the people there hoping they vote for him, he gets a better job someplace else. Yeah. Maybe like AT&T or something.
Right, yeah. The only thing worse than PTSD? AT&T. Turns out. AT&T HR has a lot of work to do when this episode comes out.
Stewart touched on more things like sobriety and boofing, which was primarily what his set was about.
Have you ever actually boofed before? You brought that up.
I sat on like something by accident and it hurt, and I don't really understand anal.
The old whoops boof.
He's being Shiloh Boof.
Hey, good job, Red Band.
Pat O'Neal was next, and man, what a look this guy has. He appeared to be cherry-picked right out of the 1980s with his attire. He also kind of looked like all four Impractical Jokers smashed into one person, and despite his shaky, nervous nature, he killed. His joke about Tiger Woods made me laugh out loud harder than any joke on Kill Tony in a long time. Truly a great set with amazing delivery and cadence.
Been vaping, but it's just not as satisfying as cigarettes. You ever try putting one of these out on your kid? Nothing. No reaction. Generation soft. It's a big reason why. Other day, my friend told me Tiger Woods is Native American. I was like, no shit, his name's Tiger Woods. Dad's name Bear Forest.
James McCann made the same observation that myself, and I'm sure a lot of people at home did as well, about O'Neal's appearance, and instead of rolling with it, Tony reared his pissy head. Although I'll give Tony some credit, as he did make perhaps one of the most self-aware comments he's made in a long time during O'Neal's interview.
That I'm unlikable.
Okay. All right. That doesn't mean you don't have a chance. Look at me.
Despite an annoyed Hinchcliffe, O'Neal powered through and had a real solid interview centered around this unique look that he possesses. His great minute in interview earned him a secret show invite, and honestly, this was bordering on golden ticket territory.
I've been thinking about the energy. I think you have the energy of like documentary footage of a comic from the 80s, but like who goes on to have a huge cocaine problem and do voiceovers in cartoons. You look like you're from the past. You have a 1980s young man face.
Looks like your forehead has a thong on right now.
Do people just like laugh at you sometimes when they see you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm having my looks insulted by Red Band right now, so. If that isn't all you need to know.
JJ Alexander, Kill Tony's newest golden ticket winner, followed Sarah and absolutely murdered with 60 seconds of self-deprecating humor. Alexander had really solid stage presence and facial expressions. He seemed like a true professional. He's been in the game for 5 years and moved to Austin with his buddies 4 months ago. He really seems to have a drive to be great at comedy, so it'll be fun to see more material from him.
I know the glasses are a good disguise, because I have to use my glasses as a disguise every single day. Like with my glasses on, oh, this is like a kind of cute, nerdy guy. Glasses off, I look like I eat crayons for the flavor. Glasses on, history teacher with autism. Glasses off, Matt Damon with Down syndrome. Glasses on, kind Chick-fil-A manager. My pleasure. How are we doing tonight, folks? What's going on? Glasses off, Arby's manager.
When he wrapped up his set, it felt like I just watched a regular on the show or someone who is a professional full-time comedian. So it wasn't a surprise to me when he got the golden ticket. Alexander kind of breaks the mold of the more recent golden ticket winners, getting it awarded to him pretty much exclusively based on material. He wasn't playing a character, he didn't have a wacky interview, and despite what he might have said in his set, he doesn't have any type of disability. Alexander was just a real hardworking comedian who came across as likable and got recognized for his good material.